Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to this pre-event webinar for the Nordic Marketplace 2021. I'm Aaron Wiltshire, Director of Events at ETOA, and I present this webinar for you on behalf of ETOA and the Nordic Tourism Collective. You may know my colleagues Andy and Paul, who we're jointly launching this event with. This webinar is pretty informal and informative. It just goes through the to-do list. Maybe you haven't been to one of our workshops before. Please use the question function to submit any questions that you have ahead of the event. I will quickly go through the format, the to-do list, and then of course answer any questions that you have. So please use that function there. I've also provided a handout that you should be able to see. That has some useful information of which I will allude to in my short presentation. So just to do a quick overview, of course, you're all signed up to participate at the Nordic Marketplace on the 25th of February. You should have seen the details of the event. That will be taking place from 9 o'clock CET on that day. Appointments don't start until 9:30, so we usually just encourage you to log in advance. But then once the event starts, it will automatically be logging you into your appointments. We're offering 33 10-minute appointments, each of which has a minute break in between. And then throughout the day, there's a series of longer 5-minute breaks and then an hour for lunch. So we're keeping it a balance of intensity, but then also manageability for those sessions. And then we aim to finish up, or we will finish up about 4 to 5 in the afternoon. That's all in CET time. If you're a buyer, you may be accessing this event from a different time zone, so make sure to do the sums yourself. You'll receive your appointments in CET time. So that leads me on to talk about your appointment preferences. I imagine that most of you have already done that. I've just had an update on the stats, and it looks like most people have already submitted their choices. That's open until Friday still, so you may want to just pop in and have a look on Friday in case there are any changes. There may be some new operators or suppliers that have been added in the meanwhile. It's always worth looking again just on the last day, which, as I said, will be Friday. If you haven't already done your appointments, I'll just take a few seconds to demonstrate the platform which we ask you to access. I'm just sharing my screen now. You should recognize this is if you've already done it. Do let us know if you haven't received your credentials to log into this yet. You need to access appointments.celestina.org/Nordic, enter your confirmation number, and then you can enter into the platform this way. Some very detailed instructions here on how to put your meetings in order of preference and how to kind of really find the people that you want to meet with. This is just one of my colleagues' logins who's already submitted them. You find the people on the side, you can view their information, the information about their company and the description, and then you add them across onto the right. You have 17 choices, but the most important thing to do is add them in order of preference, one being your top preference of people you'd like to meet and thereafter. So once we've done that, as I said, we're closing the system on Friday. Then we run the algorithm, and then the suppliers and the buyers are weighted equally on those preferences from the top to the bottom. So then we'll start matching everything. By the 19th of February, you'll receive your provisional list, so that will allow you to start preparing for your meetings, and then bar very minor tweaks, we will provide your final appointments on the 23rd. As I said, we're running from 9:30 through to about 5 o'clock on the event day. If you already know that you're not going to be able to join for the full duration of the day, please let us know in advance, because we can block you before we run the matching process. It's quite important. It becomes quite difficult to unpick all the matches once they're done. So if you already know that you're going to need an extended lunch or you'll be joining us late, please let us know in advance, and we'll make sure you're blocked before we start assigning appointments. It just makes it a lot easier and prevents any disappointment for the people who are really trying to meet with you. So as I said, the deadline for that is Friday. Please check in just in the meanwhile as well. And then, as I said, you'll receive your final appointments that allows you to prepare. And then with that, you'll receive the link on the last day to the platform of which will run the online workshop. If you haven't visited one of our workshops before, the online ones since 2020, I'm going to show a very brief video of this just to explain and to kind of set your expectations of what will be happening. So just a short video that I'll share with you now.
Welcome to Celestina, the online workshop platform. This brief video will show you how the platform works so that you know what to expect when you join an online event. All delegates will be provided with a unique confirmation number. When joining the event, this can be used to access your appointments. Each event has its own homepage providing useful information and downloads. When the workshop is due to start, delegates will need to visit the agenda page. Organisers can broadcast the stream to all delegates in designated plenaries or when there are spaces in the agenda. On the left-hand side, each delegate will see their bespoke appointment list. Expanding these will show helpful information about the counterparts lined up for a meeting. Keep an eye on the clock and countdown. Delegates don't have to do anything, the appointments will tune in and connect automatically. When meetings are underway, there are various controls and functions. Make sure that you have the right camera and microphone selected. You can go to full screen or tiled mode when viewing your meetings. On the left-hand side, there's an option to share your screen or send a link via the meeting chat function. Keep an eye out for the countdown alerts. Again, you'll be tuned in automatically to your next meeting when the time comes. At all events, we provide live support, so please use this function if you have any questions.
So it's just a very brief overview, as I said, of how the system works. Just so that you're prepared in advance. Something that I will ask you all to do in advance is to make sure that you've tested the system, basically on the computer that you're going to use on the day itself, on the network that you'll be using, just to make sure that we have no VPN or corporate network restrictions in place. So I'm just about to share with you in the chat function, just the link to the video test, which I urge you to do just after this call. If you log on to there, you should see a mirror of yourself. And if that all goes to plan, then we'll know we're good to go. So just in the chat function there, I've just shared that link. If you could do that before, straight after this, that would be fantastic. If there is a problem, just let us know, and then we can advise on any of the little tweaks that we might need to apply just to make sure that you work with us okay on the day. So I don't see any questions coming through. So if I haven't covered anything that you really want to understand about the event, please do submit them now. A recording of this webinar will be going out to all the delegates. There's only a few of you here for the live version. Just to draw your attention to the handout, as I previously mentioned, that includes the link to the appointment matching system, the test link as well, and then also drawing your attention to the additional promotional opportunities that we have at the event in case you're interested in any sponsorship. So I'll just stay on the line for a few more moments, but if I don't see any questions coming in, I'll leave you to your afternoon. Thank you for joining us, and send any questions about your meeting preferences to the support@celestina.org, or reach out to myself, wiltshire@etoa.org, and we'll answer those questions for you. So I don't see any coming in, but thank you for joining us and have a good rest of the afternoon. Thank you very much.